They call it the Devil's Triangle, a patch of ocean stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, where ships vanish without a trace and planes fall from the sky. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle has been shrouded in mystery, blamed for disappearances so bizarre they defy reason. But now, new evidence may finally reveal the secret behind its deadly reputation, and the truth is more unsettling than we ever imagined.
The story begins in the early 20th century, with tales of vessels swallowed whole by calm seas. In 1918, the USS Cyclops, one of the largest ships in the US Navy, disappeared with over 300 men aboard. No SOS signal, no wreckage, no survivors. Decades later, in 1945, Flight 19, 5 Navy bombers on a training mission, vanished during perfect flying weather. The pilots' last radio transmissions were chilling. They couldn't recognize the ocean below, as if the very Earth had shifted. Rescue planes sent to find them also disappeared. And so, the legend grew. But what exactly makes this patch of ocean so treacherous? For years, theories ranged from the wild to the scientific. Some claimed extraterrestrial involvement. Others spoke of an ancient crystal power source, remnants of Atlantis pulsing from the ocean floor. But in recent years, researchers have uncovered evidence that is both far more grounded and far more deadly. One startling clue comes from beneath the sea itself. Off the coast of the Bahamas, scientists discovered strange hexagonal patterns on the ocean floor, linked to massive undersea methane hydrate fields. When destabilized, these frozen gas deposits can erupt violently, releasing bubbles that turn the water into froth. In such a moment, a ship could lose buoyancy instantly and sink without warning, explaining how enormous vessels might vanish without leaving debris. But the ocean above hides its own perils. Using satellite data, meteorologists identified colossal rogue waves, walls of water reaching over 100 feet tall, that form suddenly in the triangle. These waves are powerful enough to split an oil tanker in half or send an aircraft crashing into the sea. Unlike ordinary storms, they appear out of nowhere, forged by converging currents and fierce winds unique to this region. And then there's magnetism. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the rare places on Earth where true north and magnetic north line up perfectly. Navigators call this a magnetic anomaly. For centuries, compasses here have misled sailors, steering them off course. Combined with unpredictable weather and strong Gulf Stream currents, a simple navigation error could quickly become fatal, sending ships hundreds of miles off their intended path before disaster strikes. Yet the mystery doesn't end there. Recent oceanographic studies revealed vast underwater craters off the coast of Norway, caused by sudden methane gas explosions. Many experts now believe similar eruptions could occur beneath the triangle. Imagine a massive gas release throwing shockwaves through the sea, destabilizing the water above and creating violent updrafts into the sky. To an aircraft, such an eruption would feel like hitting invisible turbulence, powerful enough to tear it from the sky. Still, the Bermuda Triangle's reputation may not be entirely supernatural, but it is real. The US Coast Guard confirms the region is one of the most heavily trafficked shipping lanes in the world. Thousands of vessels cross its waters every year. Statistically, this means more accidents, more disappearances, and more human error. But even that cannot explain the sheer scale of vanishings. As recently as 2023, small planes and yachts have disappeared in calm conditions, modern technology unable to prevent their loss. So perhaps the truth is this: the Bermuda Triangle is not haunted by aliens or ancient powers, but by a perfect storm of natural forces colliding in one place. Methane eruptions, rogue waves, magnetic anomalies, sudden storms, all converging in a deadly cauldron. A laboratory of chaos where the ocean and atmosphere conspire to erase anything caught in their grasp. Yet even armed with science, the triangle resists full explanation. Wreckage is rarely found. Black boxes remain silent. Survivors are almost non-existent. Each disappearance adds to the myth, reminding us that the ocean still holds secrets beyond our reach. Picture yourself at sea, the water calm, the sky clear. Then, without warning, your compass spins wildly. The horizon disappears as a wall of water rises before you. The ship shudders, then lifts, then breaks. In less than a minute, you are gone, swallowed not by legend, but by nature's raw and merciless power. And so, the Bermuda Triangle keeps its place among the world's greatest mysteries. Not because it defies science, but because it embodies it. Nature at its most violent, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Perhaps the real terror is not that we cannot explain the triangle, but that we can. And in understanding it, we come face to face with just how fragile we truly are. The Devil's Triangle is no myth. It is a reminder. A reminder that even in our age of satellites and supercomputers, there are places on this planet where nature still rules. Unchallenged, unstoppable, and deadly. The mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle have long blurred the line between science and the supernatural. But what if those vanishings were only part of a much larger story? A story that takes us far beyond the ocean and into the most controversial UFO claims of all time. Join me as we turn to Bob Lazar, the man who insists the greatest secret isn't out there in the stars, because the aliens never left Earth.
Did you knowingly lie when you said you had actually seen anti-gravity propulsion in operation? No.
I mean, it's to be on that cutting edge of technology is so alluring to me.
Bob Lazar's tale reads like a page ripped from a science fiction novel, yet it's a narrative he's presented as his own real-life experience, captivating those intrigued by the mysteries of ufology for years. Imagine a young scientist, previously working on a classified particle accelerator project at Los Alamos National Laboratory, catching the eye of military contractors. This isn't the plot of a movie. It's how Lazar describes the beginning of his journey into the depths of one of the most secretive projects related to extraterrestrial technology.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated.
Lazar claims he was whisked away to work at a site known as S4, a place so shrouded in mystery it could easily be mistaken for a mirage in the Nevada desert, just a stone's throw from the infamous Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4, okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
According to him, S4 was ingeniously camouflaged against the desert backdrop, designed to be invisible to the untrained eye and to keep prying eyes at bay. The security at S4, as Lazar recounts, was nothing short of what you'd expect for a facility rumored to house the secrets of the universe. Armed guards, surveillance cameras at every turn, and an advanced security system that could read the very bones in your hand. It was clear that whatever was being hidden here was of paramount importance. Lazar paints a picture of a work environment governed by the principle of need to know, where information was doled out sparingly, ensuring that the secrets of S4 remained just that, secrets.
Did you ask any questions about that?
No, there's no asking questions.
There's no asking questions.
No.
At the heart of Lazar's extraordinary claims are his alleged encounters with 9 different extraterrestrial spacecraft, each with its own unique design and capabilities. Among these, the Sport model stands out, a disc-shaped craft that seems to leap from the pages of a 1950s sci-fi magazine.
There were 3 seats. They sat around, the reactor was in the dead center of it, and then equidistant around there were 3 seats. And that's all.
He describes being part of a team tasked with reverse engineering the propulsion systems of these crafts, systems that defied all known laws of physics.
Look, everyone doesn't necessarily start at a steam engine and go to an internal combustion engine and then, electric power, nuclear power, and go up the ladder that we came on.
Central to these propulsion systems, Lazar claims, was element 115, a substance not even recognized by science at the time of his disclosures, but later added to the periodic table as moscovium. This element, according to Lazar, was the key to unlocking anti-gravity propulsion, allowing these crafts to perform maneuvers that would be impossible for any human-made machine. Lazar provides vivid descriptions of the craft's interiors, specifically the sport model, which was equipped with a central reactor and 3 gravity amplifiers. These components, he says, could manipulate gravitational waves, allowing the craft to bend space-time and travel at unimaginable speeds. It's a concept that, if true, would revolutionize our understanding of travel and propulsion. In 1989, Lazar decided to bring his story to the public, sharing his experiences in interviews that would ignite a firestorm of debate and speculation. His claims were met with skepticism, as many questioned the veracity of his education, employment background, and the feasibility of the technologies he described. In 1989, Bob Lazar did something that would forever change the landscape of ufology and how the world views the secretive military base known as Area 51.
How would you describe it?
I guess within the Area 51 compound, you can call that a subset of Area 51.
With a mixture of concern and a sense of duty, Lazar stepped into the spotlight on Las Vegas television, guided by investigative reporter George Knapp. He wasn't seeking fame. Instead, he was driven by a belief that the public had the right to know about the advanced technology he claimed was being concealed by the government. His revelations opened a Pandora's box, challenging us to question the boundaries of our knowledge and what mysteries the government might be keeping from us. However, Lazar's extraordinary tales were met with a healthy dose of skepticism. Critics were quick to point out the inconsistencies in his narrative, the apparent absence of evidence to back his claims, and the puzzling gaps in his academic and professional history. These controversies have swirled around Lazar, casting shadows of doubt on his credibility.
Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
Yet, despite the skepticism, Lazar's story has ignited a global conversation, thrusting Area 51 from the shadows of obscurity into the glaring light of public curiosity. Lazar's impact on the cultural zeitgeist cannot be understated. His allegations have fueled the imagination of millions, leading to an explosion of documentaries, books, and heated debates. Area 51, once just another top-secret military site, is now synonymous with alien technology and cover-ups, thanks in no small part to Lazar. His claims have kept the conversation about UFOs and the potential for alien contact alive, engaging a new generation of seekers and skeptics alike. The debate over Lazar's credibility continues to rage, with opinions sharply divided. Yet, regardless of where one stands on the issue, it's clear that his narrative has significantly shaped the discourse on extraterrestrial technology and government transparency. Bob Lazar's tales of his time working on alien spacecraft give us a peek into what sounds like the set of a sci-fi movie, especially when he talks about the sport model UFO. Picture this: a sleek, disc-shaped craft that seems to have leaped right out of the pages of a UFO conspiracy theory into reality. Lazar says this design isn't just for show, it's about aerodynamic efficiency. Imagine a vehicle that glides through space, air, and maybe even water with the greatest of ease, its disc shape cutting down on resistance and allowing it to zip in any direction it pleases. It's the ultimate in alien engineering, blending the iconic look we've all come to associate with flying saucers with practical design features that make interstellar travel a breeze. But let's get down to specifics. According to Lazar, the sport model isn't some behemoth mothership.
What is roughly the size of this thing?
We came up with 52 feet in diameter.
This compact size hints at a craft designed for nimbleness, perhaps used for quick trips across the cosmos rather than carrying loads of extraterrestrial passengers. And it's not just any old material making up the exterior of this UFO.
There are no, first of all, everything is one color. It's like a dark pewter color, and there are no right angles anywhere.
Lazar describes it as a smooth metallic surface, suggesting it's built to survive the harsh conditions of space travel. From withstanding the bombardment of cosmic radiation to shrugging off the impact of micrometeorites, this material, whatever it is, sounds like it's pretty tough stuff. Lazar even hints that it might be some kind of unknown alloy or advanced metamaterial, specially chosen for its propulsion and stealth capabilities. Diving into Bob Lazar's account of the sport model UFO, he paints a picture of an alien craft that's as intriguing on the inside as it is on the outside. According to Lazar, this isn't just a flying disc, it's a marvel of extraterrestrial architecture cleverly divided into 3 levels, each with a distinct purpose. It's like the designers, whoever or whatever they might be, took a page out of human engineering books but then added a twist that's out of this world. Starting at the bottom, the lower level of the craft is where all the magic happens, so to speak. Here lies the heart of the UFO's propulsion system, equipped with 3 gravity amplifiers and their waveguides. These aren't your average engine parts. They're the components that supposedly allow the craft to bend gravity to its will, making it possible to zip across the cosmos with ease. The strategic placement of these amplifiers at the craft's base is a thoughtful touch, ensuring stability and a smooth distribution of gravitational energy. Moving up to the middle deck, we find the crew's quarters. Given the UFO's overall dimensions, space here is at a premium, designed for occupants a bit smaller than your average human. This level likely packs in the essentials for life support and day-to-day operations, although Lazar leaves us guessing on the specifics of how these systems cater to the needs of its non-human users. It's a compact, efficient layout that makes you wonder about the daily lives of its extraterrestrial crew. At the top, the craft features a control hub that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction saga. The navigation and control systems here are said to be unlike anything we're familiar with, possibly incorporating holographic displays or even direct neural connections for piloting the craft. It suggests a level of technology and user interface design that humanity can only dream of, tailored for beings with physical traits quite different from our own. Lazar also notes an astonishing detail about the UFO's construction. There are no visible seams, rivets, or any signs of how it was put together. It's as if the entire craft was manufactured in one piece, hinting at a process that could involve molecular-level precision or materials that self-assemble. The overall design, with its disc shape and thoughtful distribution of internal systems, speaks to a philosophy where adaptability and efficiency are paramount, ensuring the craft can handle whatever the universe throws its way. Central to his eye-opening claims is the propulsion system of these alien crafts, powered by something straight out of a sci-fi novel, Element 115, or Moscovium, as it's known today. Back when Lazar first shared his experiences, Moscovium was a mere hypothesis, absent from the periodic table and unfathomable to mainstream science. Yet, according to him, this element was the key to unlocking gravity-defying travel across the cosmos. Lazar's description of using Element 115 sounds like alchemy of the future. He talks about a stable isotope of this element, undiscovered and unproduced on Earth, that could harness immense energy through an antimatter reaction. We're talking about converting tiny amounts of material into vast amounts of power, enough to fuel the craft's journey through the stars. This process, according to Lazar, could generate gravitational fields, propelling the spacecraft in ways that defy our current understanding of physics. But how exactly does this craft move? Enter the gravity amplifiers. Lazar describes these as the linchpins of the spacecraft's navigation, capable of bending gravity to the craft's will. With 3 of these amplifiers on board, the craft could maneuver with unparalleled agility, hovering, taking off vertically, and gliding in any direction as if the laws of motion were mere suggestions. This isn't just about speeding through space, it's about reshaping the fabric of reality to move from point A to point B. The implications of such technology are staggering, offering a glimpse into a mode of travel that could take us to the stars and beyond without breaking a sweat. Lazar's accounts, whether you choose to believe them or not, ignite the imagination and challenge us to consider the possibilities that might lie just beyond the edge of our current scientific understanding.